The following video is a presentation of how we tested the CM Base Inline Refractometer at our office in the Philippines. This refractometer will be used to measure sugar content in water. This particular unit can measure sugar content from 0 to 33.5%. This unit was a bypass unit. A bypass unit is easier to test because a small tube and pump can be used to flow the liquid through the inline refractometer. A bypass unit is installed parallel to the main line, diverting a small portion of the liquid through the inline refractometer for easier testing and monitoring. Bypass units are simpler to install and maintain, while a full inline unit is installed directly in the main process line, allowing all the liquid to pass through for continuous monitoring. This setup is more complex to install and maintain. It was possible to use a fish tank filled with water, a small submersible pump and some tubing to begin the test. The unit consists of different components. Here are the following functions. On top of the unit, you can see the liquid crystal display or LCD that displays the measured values. Under the LCD display, you can see the 0 button or key press to perform zero setting and bias adjustment. There's a 2-indicator lamp. The first one is green light that flashes during zero setting and stays lit during measurement. Second is the red light that comes on or flashes when an error occurs. Other components are screw mounting holes that are used to mount the main unit to a bracket or stand. This is optional. And then the connector terminal connects the power and output cable. While prism corrosion resists optical glass, with a polished surface to reflect light, and the prism stage which is connected to the sample inlet and fastened by a clamp band. Here are the following steps to install the unit. First is, install the CM base with the prism surface perpendicular to the ground. Second is, attach the sample inlet unit to the CM base with an O-ring in between, and secure them with a clamp band. Third, position the inlet unit so that the sample solution flows from the lower nozzle to the upper nozzle to avoid air bubbles. Fourth, when connecting tubes to the hose connector, secure them with a clamp band. Use non-plastic clamp bands if the chemicals are corrosive to plastic. And lastly, if the prism surface gets dirty, clean it by hand. Install the sample inlet unit so it can be easily removed for cleaning. This is how you set up the unit on the water tank for bypass unit. When starting the unit, it was necessary to zero the unit to the fresh water. This is done by pressing the 0 button briefly and waiting for 000 to flash 3 times, and then seeing a 0 reading on the display. The display showed readings slightly higher than 0. It was found that it was necessary to clean the prism glass. This particular unit has a very convenient feature where it is possible to clean the prism without having to open up the unit. Show prism cleaning using the wiper. After the prism had been cleaned by using the wiper, the zero setting procedure was done again, and the reading on the display was exactly 0. The pump is now running and the unit is reading 0 and working as normal. The CM base has a 4 to 20 mA output. This was connected to a remote display. The 4 to 20 mA output is a 4-wire system and is 4-wire active, which means that the CM base is supplying the power for the output. The settings for the 0 and scale for the display were 0% at 4.9 mA and 33.5% at 20 mA. The remote display is now working showing 0%. With the display, it is possible to set an alarm when the sugar level reaches a certain percentage. We set the alarm at 1%, which was to trigger the alarm circuit to turn on a 24 VDC red light. For more information on inline refractometers available in the Philippines, visit our website sensors.ph.